Good afternoon and welcome to West Ham United to Plasto. I think we're all the same, feeling the same. Yesterday was hard to take, wasn't it? My predictions was that we'd win 1-0. We could have nicked it by a goal at the end, but Tadibo, wrong side of the goal. If it'd been maybe one of the other guys, certainly Bowen or Somerville, they would have stuck that away. He's never scored for us, Tadibo, and yeah, well, he's a central defender, and so scoring with his feet probably wouldn't be the case, and he had the chance with 3 minutes to go. I know there's a lot of added on time, but let's go right back to the beginning. So going into yesterday's game, what do we really expect? Obviously they played midweek and had a hard game midweek, so he rested a few. But obviously Chelsea's a huge club with a lot of investment, as in money wise. When I'm saying huge club, because we're a huge club. But yeah, so it was good that he had what he had out. I think he was a bit disrespectful to us, thinking that we wouldn't be that difficult to beat. I thought we were awesome first half, like everybody thought. All of them, to a T, could not fault any of them. I mean, everyone's, like I said in the last video, everyone keeps giving Pablo a load of shit, but the guy just does not stop running. Hence, he's on burnout on the hour mark. He's completely gone. And obviously, the Portuguese league isn't as quick as our league, nowhere near it. But yeah, what a start. Bowen picking the ball up, really good interplay with Wan-Bissaka down the right. Spins it round. It's that really perfect. We've all seen it a million times. It's that cross one that if the striker's there, it falls the keeper, and surely it did. Pablo could have opened up his account, but it's good he didn't get a clip on it. Otherwise, we've probably gone straight to the keeper. Who knows? But yeah, that went in. Bowen sneaks that one in. Yet another goal for him. So 1-up, and we're thinking, right, this is handy. Damara would take whatever, but we just kicked on, and just kept playing, pressing, not giving them a sniff. Obviously, they've highlighted it a lot at half time. Was the Wan-Bissaka getting rinsing? I need to say getting rinsed, but he was actually the other way around. He was rinsing the crap out of Gamacho, because Gamacho's never been a defensive bloke. He's more of a leisure player, and so we had a lot of joy down the right side. Some of those lung-busting runs. I mean, it was great to see that little flick and flick again. The confidence was so high from Bowen and Somerville, and then he run up the pitch. Got us right up the other end of the pitch. But then the second goal came, which was just brilliant. Literally, the link-up play, awesome, down the right. A great cross cut back by, I think, Wan-Bissaka, was it not? And then Somerville didn't even think, just pinged it. Great. I mean, it's a difficult skill to keep the ball on target and keep it down, but it's side-footed, perfect. I mean, the guy's full of confidence at the moment. That's 4-4, I think. And 2-0 up. And not before, even before the goals. Tatty had one where he just tried to blast it through the keeper. We had a couple of others where we had chances. So all in all, we were absolutely battering them. I mean, it's not wrong to say that. We were battering them. They didn't know what the hell was going on. So much so that they were booing, the fans were constantly booing the side. So, I mean, we come off there, 2-0 at half time. Could have quite easily been 3 or 4. Sounds like the Tottenham game, but that's what it was at the Tottenham game. We were 1-0 up at half time in the Tottenham game. Sorry, my cat's going off again. And literally, and then literally we were, could have got 4s. It could have comfortably been 4. Let's say that. But yeah, what a first half for us. As good as we've played almost this season. I thought the Spurs first half was really good as well. Sorry, I've got the talking about Spurs. Oh, they've scored. Oh well, that's bad news. So yeah, how's that happened? 2-1 to Man City at the moment. So yeah, so we go in half time. They're booing their players off, so much so that obviously later on I saw what the keeper had said to the Chelsea fans to the right of the dugout, giving them we've got 45 minutes left, and how right he was. So they got booed off down the tunnel. He then makes massive changes, brings on all the superstars with their hundreds of millions that they've spent over the years. Let's put them in the position they're in. And really, we're getting obviously tired from the amount of work we've done. And then they brought on these guys that are just gonna absolutely go for it because they're 2-0 down. So, and the next goal's always, everybody knows in football, the next goal, when you're 2-0 up, the next goal is a crucial one. It's that third goal. If it goes in, it's crucial you get it, go 3-0 up, rather than if you're winning, obviously, rather than the other team, because that just builds momentum. And we obviously then started sitting back. But before even that had happened, there was that great free kick. I thought Bowen should have scored. I mean, it's easier said than done. I mean, the guy normally puts it away, but just completely flummoxed them. And I thought he should have put that away. He hit it straight at the keeper. And then I think we had one other chance with that as well before that. Was that, I think that was at 2-0. Yeah, that would put us 3-0 up. So they score. And it was just flipping annoying because it was just completely us. And then that just flipped it. And my panic was, even going in at half time, I was worried about the second half. Even at 2-0 up, us as West Ham fans know what we're like and know what Nuno now is like. He's been there for long enough. He will go defensive. We can't defend for 10 minutes. How the fuck are we going to defend for 45 minutes? So obviously they score and then we go panic mode and we get deeper and deeper. We had this I mean, not being funny, Areola got us the point at Bournemouth when we were 2-0 up at half time. I know there was a crazy win behind it and you all saw it, but that should have been 5-2 to Bournemouth. Areola was quite incredible in that game. I mean, he pulled off a hell of a save was it in the first half or the second half? Can't remember. Heck of a shot. But what's a save? I think second half. So that was at 2-1, I think, as well. So, yeah, obviously they just got coming at us. By now, Pablo has absolutely shot his bolt. He's absolutely out on his feet. And fair play to him, he just did not stop running. Tati was doing all right, yeah, but then this is the big fuck up on our side. And us as fans can see it. I saw a thing with Harry Redknapp this morning when he was chatting away on one of the other sites and basically stating about he was asked what he would do in that situation at 2-1 up. Would he go defensive? And he said your mindset is to go and try and hold on to it. The difference with West Ham is we've got no fucking defenders that can defend, apart from, which we'll get to later, Todibo and Madrapanos. And if we're putting in someone there to help him, he's just going to, especially who he's bringing on. I mean, I know everyone's having a dig at Kilman at the moment, but the guy is fucking useless. I mean, 40 million quid. I wouldn't give the kid £4. He's crap. I'd pay for him to leave the club. The trouble is, we've got no one else. So that's why he gets, I don't know, like I said, everyone keeps making the joke about it's Nuno's love child, but the guy is shocking. Yeah, I mean, they make it 2-2. There was, obviously, I then just left the room and just thought, fuck this, it's only going one way. Obviously, I watched my team. I mean, you can't just stop watching them. But I was maybe seeing it through fucking carrot and blue. It didn't look like a foul on Kilman, like he shoved him in the back, but then the commentator said that would be soft and all the rest of it. Couldn't give a fuck if he shoved him when he headed it onto the crossbar and it came out, and then that Cucurella, old long-haired, stuck it in. So yeah, so 2-2, and then it's only purely going one way. To which 4 minutes from the end, was it? There's that one I was talking about with Todibo. Corner come, no, was it cross? No, it was a cross, wasn't it? Yeah, so I think it was Souček, crossed it, bounced, come back out to him. Souček crosses it again, falls to Todibo. It is at a bit of a tight angle, but he's not a striker and he's not a midfielder, and literally he just boots it against the post. All that goal to aim at. And again, I know it's front post and he's got to angle it, but just put your foot through it and aim it left. You've got a huge goal to aim at. It might hit the keeper, but at least hit the target. So unfortunately, we nearly did a Spurs, even though it would have been the same scoreline, but we almost nicked it in the last knock-ins. To which they go up the other end. A cross that goes in. I think it was, well, Pedro Neto was causing havoc. I mean, the guy that got injured in the first half was a fucking disaster. That Pedro Neto, come on. He's been in plays on my national side, so I know how good he is. And he was running riot. But the cut back, I can't tell you who cut it back. Was it Reece James? But it cut the ball. They kept cutting the ball back when they were getting up the right side. And it's the right thing to do. I think we did it, obviously, on our second goal. You see a lot of Premier League clubs and a lot of football where they just smack it straight across sideways, but they cut the ball back, which then just really sends everyone into a complete fucking dizzy where they don't know who's it going to fall to. And it falls to their captain and he puts it away, Enzo Fernandez, who ironically used to play for Benfica. So... yeah, just gutting. So then I just fucking switched off. Obviously gutted, same as everybody else, same as the guys that were there. I had friends that were there. I'm sure some of you were there and had friends that were there. And it's just gut-wrenching because it's great when it happens. Like someone said the other day, there's nothing greater than scoring in the last minute. Well, we did that against Tottenham and the feeling was immense. But when it happens against you, and it's happened time and time and time again to us, it's so hard. I mean, last night was difficult. I watched everything on West Ham yesterday evening because almost just wanting to get it out of my system. Because even today I didn't want to watch any football. It was just fucking heart destroying, especially when you're fighting. If it had been a normal league game, we'd be pissed off, and we're sort of mid-table or whatever, or up the top end of the table, but just comfortable. But fighting for our lives, we need every single point. We want wins more than draws, obviously. But let me just check the scoreline. It's still 2-1 to Man City. So, yeah, I mean, it's gut-wrenching. So then I thought, oh, that's it, fuck it, we're not going to come back from there. To which I went to the bathroom for like 2 seconds to come back and find out there's a red card being given out and a mass brawl's been taken. Now, the thing was, Tadibo just completely went complete. His eyes were gone. They've said this. Loads of people have said this. He was completely gone. But he'd been having rows with that João Pedro for most of the game. Probably just geeing him up, winding him up. And he kept it in check. But he kind of went looking for him. So if you're going to do it, I would have given him a good clip around a fucking hero. Done it properly. But, I mean, Cucurella was just thrown like a rag doll. As funny as it sounds, Troy Allray's actions have actually cost us now massive problems for the next 3 games. Because he started the brawl, which then enticed and then sent Tadibo over. I know you should have control of it, but they were all going for one another, and he's ended up getting done because he's put his hands around, well, gone for him anyway. So we then end up having a corner to us. Our goalkeeper's in the box. We've had a player sent off who now misses 3 games, 3 crucial games. I mean, I'll get to the Burnley game in a minute. But the Burnley game next week is like massive, and now we haven't got this guy, and in the FA Cup we haven't got this guy, which is not the be all and the end all. Can't see out 5 minutes, and I go back to the beginning of this video. He can't see out 5 minutes. Then my 45, it doesn't fucking work. I know there wasn't 45 minutes left. We played blinding for 60 minutes in control of that game. Obviously, they were coming on to us, but they're going to be. They're 2-0 down, and they brought those players on. But I would personally, me, and this is only my thoughts, I would have brought Wilson on to play with Tatty, or you bring someone into the midfield, or you bring one of the guys on. McGasson's not getting a stiff now, but although his last game was really shocking because it was against Wolves. But then bring on Potts or something. Just shore up the midfield. Try and stop the ball in the middle of the park. Don't let the fucking ball go into your own box constantly, time over time. Try and stop. The ball wasn't being held up. Wilson was so isolated at the end because obviously Tatty had come off. He was getting isolated and more isolated and couldn't hold the ball up. And it was just coming back at us. And then obviously we had the chance right at the end that we didn't score, and then they scored. But this manager is fucking hell. He's a paid manager. Millions and millions of pounds we pay these fucking people. Like I said, there's a lot of talk coming out about that Paco, he's number 2, about him being manager. They're not going to sack him now, but do you know what? That guy looks like he's got some shit about him. The bit last week when he went mental at him for bringing on, obviously, Kilman. What was he thinking? I mean, that was just 10 minutes ago. What was he thinking yesterday with, like, whatever it was, 25 minutes to go, half an hour to go, bringing that bloke on? But he didn't move, didn't say a word, because he'd been bollocks, basically, because he'd done that and undermined him. Yeah, you kind of understand that. You undermine your boss at work or whatever, he's going to have the ump with you. So I get that. So he didn't say anything. But I've got a lot of time for that Paco, and we don't really know the guy. But he's got a lot about him. So it's good that he's there. I mean, that is one good thing. But obviously, Nuno's Nuno. But he has to learn. Fucking, it's ridiculous how many points we've thrown away. And some of them from Nuno's fuck-ups. Don't get me wrong, he's changed the system. I know everyone's going, oh, it's just a 4-4-2, whatever. But he's got him working well. I mean, he's made Tadibo into some fucking defender now. He's awesome. I mean, he was good anyway, but now he's just consistent. So much so we're missing him for 3 games. So everyone keeps saying, don't look at the negatives. Again, going back to it, it was at the end of the game. It's hard to take. It sits in your head. I think it will obviously fuck up our demeanour at the training ground and stuff for a little bit, for a few days, and hopefully they'll forget that and move on, because at least it's another game next week. It'd been better if it had been midweek, because we could have just forgotten about it and gone on, and got that game out of the way, certainly out of the memory banks. But Nuno, you have to take responsibility on yesterday yet again. You cannot look to sit back against, especially against Chelsea with all those players. I know what you're saying. Oh, if you go out attack, you leave yourself wide open at the back. At least you try and kick the ball up that end of the pitch. You can't sit there and try and defend against these guys. Anyway, that's my rant. I don't normally come on day after. I normally leave it a few days. I can't believe City are drawing to Tottenham after being 2-0 up. And Tottenham have got loads of injuries. So, yeah, I think they've got to go in the market and get some sort of defender. Get 2 defenders, fuck it. But this guy from, funny enough, from Chelsea, the guy hasn't played for a year. So we only go and get bloody people, then we've got to try and build them up, and they're shit. But we're better off having bodies than nobody. The problem is we've got no one to bring off the bench. It's all shit on the bench. Apart from Wilson, maybe obviously Potts. But the rest of it's fucking dire. And the trouble is, the system we're playing, which is great, we're knackered inside an hour. So we're now. We needed a game of football. Somebody said this yesterday. Game of football is not 60 minutes. It's 90. But if we were playing 60 minutes, we'd win all our games because that's the way we're playing at the moment. It's just high intense, which is great to watch. And obviously we're getting the lead. I think we still need to be more clinical. I think we're still missing a lot of chances. We could have blown them out of the water. Well, we did to a certain degree, but we could have really killed them off in the first half to the point they wouldn't have come back. Yeah. So he's got to, I don't know, buy some players and put them on a bench, but Sullivan ain't going to cough up any money. Not as such. We're just going to try and get freebies and people that haven't played for ages and people that are not wanted by their clubs. Traore, although that's a Nuno signing. So that's my bet. Like I said, 1-0 to us. Ended up 3-2 to Chelsea. Hopefully next week is absolutely enormous. I know we say this every time, but we're playing the team that's beneath us. So come on, look, they do play a good brand of football. We have to go and just fucking beat them. We've got to beat them. We need 3 points. We've got to keep the pressure on like we did in the first half. Keep it through the whole game. It's hard, I know. The game of football was 90 minutes, and it's burnt out. I thought Tottenham scored again there for a sec. But yeah. So we got to try and remember the first half, which is difficult because we've all got that second half just stuck in our head. And that's what I'm sure the players will have. But let's hope they can get over that and be professional and kick on. Just a big thank you for the first half to all the lads. They tried their damnedest. Like I said, Nuno just completely put us in fucking reverse in the second half by his substitutions yet again. Right, I won't carry on from there. Let's see. Transfer window closes tomorrow. It's good that we're not playing. We normally play on a Monday night when it's closing, which normally shafts us. Right, until next time. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'd like to hear your comments beneath what you're thinking. And for the Burnley game, I'll put a little preview of what I'm thinking on that game the day before, maybe even the day of. And let's hope that Man City can somehow score. But I can only see Tottenham up this end of the pitch at the moment. I'm sure some of you are watching. Okay, just one silver lining today, if there is such a thing. Crystal Palace and Forest draw. Forest and Crystal Palace drew 1-1. So, and obviously Leeds losing yesterday. It'd be handy if Tottenham could lose, but there we go. Come on, City. Right, we need to do our bit though. It's all good and well me saying about these other teams. We need to do our bit, and we bloody did for an hour. So let's hope we can kick on. Let's hope Somerville keeps doing what he's doing. And Bowen, he looked better yesterday for a longer period, not just the first half. Okay, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, like I said. Until next time.